Is there an extra level of excitement with playing in Texas?
Definitely. I think just anytime you get a chance to play in Jerry's world and play against some of your former teammates and just guys that you know from recruiting, it's always a good time.
You're part of this rotation now. The standard has been set.
Yeah.
It's a tough position, but obviously a glamorous position. How have you adapted to it? How do you think you've played so far?
I think the standard's been set. Standard is first round, obviously, and I think so far this season, every single week we've just been taking steps and getting bigger, getting better, and I'm excited to see what step we take this week against a really talented group of receivers.
If you talk about that challenge, what kind of challenge? They've got some good receivers.
Yeah, they got some speed, but at the end of the day, I think we have some speed as well.
Jeff, we've heard Coach Schiano talk a number of times about how Jordan can be an eraser for you guys back there at safety. From a player's perspective, are you able to play with more confidence when you know he's back there? How does that affect you guys, maybe in front of him?
I think he's definitely gives you confidence, just because you have an experience back there, captain, and just someone that he's played in a lot of big games. So just having him back there, you kind of have a sense of confidence.
You guys feel that? You notice the difference when he's out there?
Oh yeah, definitely.
Do you get a little extra juice from playing in that venue you talked about? You guys have been there a few times, you know?
Oh yeah, because I played there obviously last year against USC, and on top of that, I played there twice in high school. So going there is always a fun time.
Their quarterback Robinson, what are your impressions of him so far, both as a passer and a runner?
Oh, Sean's one of my good friends. We went to DeSoto High School. We played in football. I think he's a really elusive runner. He has a good arm. He can throw the ball down the field, and I'm really excited to get a chance to talk some noise to him on the field.
And you're going to be covering a lot of passes, obviously, but talk about running. Playing against a running quarterback as well. I mean, he can do both, obviously, but just that threat that he brings from a running perspective.
Well, in our defense, we try to when we get a running quarterback, we have to we call it plastering onto our man, just so those running quarterbacks, they can get out of the pocket and still be able to deliver a strike down the field. So our job is to stay on our man and not allow those big plays.
How would you describe their offense, Jeffrey? What they like to do, et cetera? They're a little bit like you guys, a little bit, aren't they? I mean, but just what do you see when you watch them on video?
I think when you look at the offense, it's really comparable to a lot of the Big 12 offenses as far as spreading the ball around the field. Not really one receiver that they go to, but an array of receivers. So, that means everyone across the board on defense has to be ready to do their job. You
know that Turpin guy, the guy that took the punt back last week against SMU and stuff, he looks extremely fast. He's 5'9", about 159 pounds. Obviously, he had a big pass catch last week, too, and stuff. What just jumps out at you when you watch him on video?
He's really elusive, probably one of the most elusive players I've seen on film. I think he's kind of comparable to maybe Darren Sproles or someone like that, but I think as far as gunner-wise, I'm excited to be able to get down the field and then see what he's all about.
What's the key to playing a guy like that? You know he's pretty quick and fast, but he's small, but what's kind of the key there?
Guys like that, they like space, so I think our job is to take all the space out.
When you say you're going to bring the noise against Sean, do you mean that metaphorically, or are you going to trash talk him?
No, we're going to have a little friendly trash talk during the game, just because we know each other.
Is the trash talk any different when it is a friend as opposed to someone you don't know? I mean, you could get extra personal, or you could keep it lighter. You know what I mean?
Yeah,
you could really dig the knife in deep if you wanted to, I imagine.
Yeah, obviously when it's your boy, you never get too personal, just because, at the end of the day, you still respect each other as players, as individuals.
What's your record in those 3 games there? Do you know?
3 games, 1-2, but the one came in college, so it's all good.
You were hurt in the spring.
Yeah.
How long did it take you to come back from that? And given the competition at corner, were you concerned that might set you back far enough that it'd be hard to win a job in rotation?
Not necessarily. When I hurt my shoulder, I knew that I had, in order to have a good season this year or to be able to compete, I had to get my shoulder repaired on. So, I sat down with Coach Mick and then the medical staff, and they let me know that would probably be the best decision to make. So, as far as competition, every day is competition regardless. So, I knew that regardless if I got the shoulder surgery or not, it'd still be competition.